2021 has gotten off to a great start at the Bronzeville Neighborhood Farm. Volunteers from the neighborhood and beyond have helped us to prepare the farm for what we hope will be a post-COVID season.
And I really love working at the garden today with my senior class and just experiencing another part of Bronzeville that I haven't before.
We installed our new walk-in cooler called a Cool Box, which will allow us to store and distribute produce more effectively.
Down.
Final installation will take place soon. On Sunday, May 16th, we welcome the neighborhood to our Spring Awakening celebration.
We are here because this is a Spring Awakening, obviously, but we're also here because we are working on a community awakening around sustainability and the importance of doing today in order to sustain tomorrow.
Featuring a libation ceremony conducted by Sherry Williams of the Bronzeville Historical Society.
And I pour for generations who will till the gardens in generations to come. Ashe.
And the original 64th Street Drummers.
So I want to just thank Johnny and his leadership for making this happen. We're going to do some more, I hope.
Yes, most definitely.
And thank you all for supporting this place and for sharing this afternoon. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
The fabulous double-stitch twins, Erica and Monica Simmons, presented a cooking demo.
Then you wouldn't have to use the Chipotle pepper.
Featuring an un-tuna salad and vegan Mexican corn.
So this has a little kick to it. So the first thing we have chipotle peppers and adobo sauce. We also have roasted red pepper, and then we also have jalapeno pepper. And the garbanzo beans, they are very easy to flavor, so it's good to give you a little bit of sturdiness to the dish.
In the water, God's gonna trouble the water. Why don't you wait in the water?
Jazz vocalist and educator Bruce Henry led participants in a Rainshot via Zoom, no doubt.
God's gonna trouble the water. When the sun go down in the western hill. Put your hands up to the sky, y'all, for the big ending. Watch that star. See how they run.
Bruce's wife, Sandra, an environmental activist, shared words of encouragement that emphasized the importance of community growing spaces like the Bronzeville Neighborhood Farm.
Thanks, Amandilo, and I'm so glad to see everybody out at the Spring Awakening today. We really are looking forward to coming out and checking out the farm as soon as we can get out there. As Bruce mentioned before, the Rainshot came over to with us when we came from the continent. And so did farming, so did living in community, so did all the builders and the carpenters that came with us. It's really important that we continue those practices here in the United States. And so what you're doing today at the farm is exactly what we did centuries and centuries ago. And if we're going to continue to build community, we have to also build farming. And putting your hands in the soil and sharing that knowledge and experience with the people that you love and your neighbors is exactly how we begin to heal ourselves. So thank you all for your work. We love the farm. You all are actually like our example that we're sharing with our church. We're going to build a garden at our church, Maple Park United Methodist Church, and your farm is the model. So thank you for being an inspiration. And I look forward to seeing you all soon.
All right. Thank you so much, Sandra and Bruce. Hey, it worked. All right. In Jerusalem,
Pastor Stevie Robinson and his wife Renee serenaded the audience with songs of spiritual inspiration.
What Preacher Head Ministries, we have two initiatives only, and we preach the gospel. We preach the gospel in the name of Jesus Christ, and we help the poor and needy. That's all we do. That's really all we want to do. Is help poor, mostly because we find that no matter what ideology you are, giving to the poor and needy supersedes any ideology. Right? So we'll stand next to anybody to do that. It's just that our foundation is on the gospel and what we believe, but we know that if you understand your gospel or whatever ideology you're in, if you don't care for the less fortunate, then how can the love of God dwell in you?
That was such a spiritual experience that Stevie and Renee just shared with us, and particularly the call to help the poor and needy. And I definitely encourage you to get into that struggle. One of the reasons we're growing food is also because of the food insecurity that many of us face. But I also wanted to flip this script just a little bit and talk about the importance of the green economy. We're here not just to deal with the areas where we lack, but also to point us toward abundance. The green economy, this is an article that was in the on NBC recently, and it was saying that the green economy generates $1.3 trillion and employs millions of people. So we are also looking to train young people in agribusiness. Many of the, like when you go to plant stores, Home Depot, there's big departments that just deal with plants and gardens and stuff, and there's plenty of people that work in those areas that know about plants and so forth. There's people that are into solar, alternative energy, wind, other forms of renewable energy that's being promoted now. And there's a great need for people to be the technicians and the salespeople and the marketers and all of the other professions that go with these particular fields. So we need to start encouraging our young people to start looking at these areas and begin to get involved and to look at what the career tracks are for these things, what kind of skills they need, and that type of thing. We do what we can here. We try to host groups of young people and others and teach them what we know, but so much more needs to be done. So again, this is just not a fun novelty. This is a serious business in an industry that many of us need to start looking into and taking more serious. Also, in line with that, this is a lot of work. And we want to thank all of our volunteers who have worked so hard over the last few months to help get this space ready for our Spring Awakening and for our first crops. And we couldn't have done it without you.
There is much more to come at the Bronzeville Neighborhood Farm as we continue our mission to reconnect urban dwellers to the land and expose young people to the joys and benefits of agribusiness and sustainability in the 21st century. Visit us on Facebook at Bronzeville Neighborhood Farm or visit our website at bronzevillealliance.com for more information.
Yeah, I can say so.
He's like a still free.
I love it.